So, how long until you get back from this board game session?
Well, it depends if we're able to find the Oracle of Deraclam in time. You see, only she can tell us where the Tower of Eshtapor the Dreadful is. If we get past the sirens without losing our minds, we'll be done in about 3 hours. If we get lost at sea though and don't find her, we'd have to take a detour through the swamps of Meritril and ask the cave dwellers there for help, and they're not easy to work with, believe me, which will probably prolong the campaign for another 2.5 to 3 hours.
And you are sure you don't want to introduce your nerd friends to this game?
No, thank you.
It says here it's a fun game for friends and family. Look, you just press here and... Wow, they were not lying about the extreme part.
So, you got any plans while I'm gone?
I'm going to watch Mortal Kombat. I really like that movie.
You do?
Yes, I often watch it as a little kid.
As a little child, your parents allowed you to watch that?
Yes, but don't worry. My father always record the movies and delete the forbidden scenes before he showed them to us.
Oh, okay, so he deleted all the blood and gore from Mortal Kombat?
No, are you crazy? That is best part. He delete all the kissing and naked stuff.
Naked stuff? But there's no such scenes in the original Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. It was one of the few times I watched the whole movie without weird scene jumps.
Anyway, did you watch the new one?
Yes, but just one time. The part 2 was garbage movie. They replaced Johnny and Sonya actors and the story was as lazy as a koala on Sunday afternoon.
No, not that one. There is a new one that came out this year.
Really? Let me guess. You watch already?
Of course I did. Let me tell you, it was probably the best one of the series.
Oh ho, now I'm curious.
You should be. You remember Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
What kind of question? Of course I remember.
Well, in this movie we learn something about their past.
Wow, this sounds interesting. So what happens in past?
So there are two rival clans in 17th century Japan, a Chinese clan led by Bihan, who later turns out to be Sub-Zero, and the Japanese clan led by Hanzo Hazashi, who becomes
Scorpion. This is very cool.
Yeah, and Sub-Zero's clan attacks Scorpion's clan and kills every one of his family except his daughter, who they manage to hide in time.
Wow, this sounds very exciting.
It is, and before Sub-Zero can kill her too, Scorpion shows up and...
They fight to the death?
Not yet, first they talk for a while. Sub-Zero does most of the talking actually.
But how Scorpion can understand him? You say one is Chinese and one is Japanese?
Well, I guess he doesn't then.
This is stupid.
Anyway, then they fight, and Sub-Zero leaves Hanzo to die. And then Hanzo suddenly disappears and goes to hell to become Scorpion.
Oh ho.
Yes, and right after he disappears, guess who shows up?
Who?
The Thunder God himself, Raiden.
Wow, this is very cool.
Yeah, and he takes Hanzo's daughter with him. And then the real movie begins.
So his daughter is main protagonist?
No, the movie continues in the present time, and we learn that the main protagonist is actually a descendant of Scorpion.
Crescendo? He is opera singer?
No, descendant, he's related to Scorpion.
Ah, because of daughter.
Exactly.
So they make really cool twist that Liu Kang is related to Scorpion.
No, not really. The main protagonist is not Liu Kang.
What? Johnny Cage is related to Scorpion?
No, Johnny Cage is not even in the movie, I'm afraid.
This is not very cool.
No, the main protagonist is a failing mixed martial arts fighter called Cole Young, and...
That is not Mortal Kombat character.
He's not, but I guess they introduced him for those who don't know the previous movie, so they can learn more about the world of Mortal Kombat together with him.
You mean like Johnny Cage in original movie?
I guess.
This is stupid.
So, the big bad, Shang Tsung wants to make sure that they win the 10th and final tournament, after which the rules state that the Earth realm will be conquered by Outworld. Therefore, he sends some of his warriors to kill the Chosen Ones, who have to defend Earth in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that is cheating. Typical Shang Tsung. So how does he look like in this movie? That is not good choice for bad guy. He does not even look like evil overlord, more like father of Disney princess. So how do his warriors identify the chosen people?
You see, the Chosen Ones have the mark of a dragon tattooed on their skin.
What? There is tattoo artist working for the Mortal Kombat?
No, it's a magic marking that appears on the body of the Chosen Ones when they are born.
But I thought you said he is lousy MMA fighter.
Yeah, actually the first time we see him, he loses a fight in the cage.
If he can't even beat up no-name fighter, why is he chosen one to defend Earthrealm?
Well, I don't know about that, but being born with the mark is not the only way to get it. You see, whoever kills somebody who already had the mark also gets it, and has to defend Earth in the tournament.
Interesting. So what happens if I have mark and I'm repairing television and suddenly I get into electricity and die? Does television company have to fight for me in Mortal Kombat?
I don't think...
So what happens if I have mark and I eat chicken burger and there is little chicken bone that gets stuck in my throat and I die? Does Ronald McDonald have to fight for me in Mortal Kombat?
Well, that's not how it works.
So what happens if...
Anyway, Cole Young is contacted by Jax and introduced to the Mortal Kombat tournament. But before he can learn more, Sub-Zero shows up and tries to kill them.
Sub-Zero is still alive?
Well, yeah.
How? Is it explained in movie?
No, not really.
Then this is stupid.
So, Jax tries to protect them. He tells Cole to bring his family to safety and gives him the location of his partner, Sonya Blade. Then he goes off to fight Sub-Zero.
So we get first real fight?
Well, kind of. Before the fight gets really started, Sub-Zero tears off Jax's arms and leaves him to die.
Why does he always leave before the people die?
I don't know, but he survives anyway.
This is stupid. So this Cole goes to meet Sonya?
Yes, and he does not only find her, but another character you might know, Kano.
What? They are together in this movie?
Yes, well no, not like that. She found him killing a Chosen One and chained him to a chair at her place.
That is good idea. He is little weasel.
Yes, he is. Anyway, they need to find Raiden's temple to train for the tournament, and Kano is the only one who knows where it is. So she sets him free and he flies them to the temple, and...
This is very confusing. Why does he help them if Sonya was keeping him as prisoner?
Well, she promises him millions of dollars.
Sonya is rich girl now?
No, she doesn't have the money. It's just a trick so he helps them find Raiden.
And he does not demand upfront payment of 50%?
No.
This is very stupid.
Anyway, they are looking for the temple in the desert, and guess who they run across?
A scorpion?
No, Liu Kang.
Now it get interesting.
Yes, it does. He brings them to Raiden, and apparently they found Jax too, because he's there also.
So then the Mortal Kombat tournament begins, huh?
No, actually there's no tournament in the entire movie, but they...
What? There is no Mortal Kombat in Mortal Kombat?
Not exactly, but there are still some awesome fights. You see, Raiden tells them about something called Arcana, which is a hidden power that every Chosen One can awaken in him or herself with some training. Before they begin training though, Shang Tsung shows up at the temple to kill them.
In front of Raiden?
Yes, but even though Raiden is very powerful, he can't intervene to help the Chosen Ones.
Ah, yes, like in original movie.
Exactly. I mean, he intervenes late in the movie and basically helps his fighters defeat the bad guys.
Raiden is cheater too in this movie?
Yeah, kind of.
That is very disappointing.
So anyway, he summons a protective shield so the bad guys can't hurt them, and they leave. And then they begin their training. And Kano is actually the first of the group to get his special power. He can shoot laser out of his eye.
Cool. So what is special power of the main guy? Can he manipulate fire or ice or maybe shoot energy ball from his fists like Street Fighter?
No, but he gets a special golden suit of armor that gives him some protection from enemy attacks.
That's it?
Yes.
So others can shoot fire, ice and lasers and he can grow a golden shirt that gives him a little more protection than usual?
You could say that, yes. Anyway, he gets his powers just at the right time, because Goro turns up at his family's house to kill them all.
Oh, Goro. So this was one of the cool fights you mentioned.
Exactly.
So is there a long epic fighting sequence between the two?
Well, not really. Even though Cole has just gotten his power seconds ago, he proceeds to cut off one of Goro's arms and impales his head inside a minute or so.
The lousy UFC fighter kills Goro almost immediately after he gets golden shirt? I don't want to watch this movie.
But wait, there is more!
No cool main character, no tournament, not even Johnny Cage.
They announced Johnny Cage for the sequel at the end of the movie.
There's going to be second part of this garbage? I just want to kick something.
Hakim, are you alright?
A +4 card hit me right in the...